Happy Friday! Y'all already know, what's my favorite day of the week? Friday, that's right. So today I'm coming at you with not necessarily a review, but kind of a tour of the Keepall 45. Kind of a what will fit in the Keepall 45. Because, you know, it's really, even in the video right here, it's hard to tell like exactly how big it is. And this is, obviously it's vintage. I think it's a 1992. And it's not a bandeau, so there are no, you know, D-rings or anything to connect the strap. I guess you could if you wanted to, from like on one of these over to the other side, but it's not actually a bandeau. This is just strictly, you know, just to be carried either like this or on your elbow like this. Okay, so let's start with the measurements. Okay, LV, you know how they like to do, they'll point this and point that. Okay, so LV measures 17.7 inches wide, 10.6 inches high, and 7.9 inches deep. Okay, I told you the other day, I don't like all this point. And honestly, you know, maybe it just varies with the rulers or the, you know, yardsticks or whatever they're measuring with. But when I measure it, I get 18 wide, hello, 17.7, 10, I actually get 10 inches tall, not 10.6, not even 10.5, like right at 10, and then 8 inches deep. They have 7.9, 8 inches deep. So, what I wanted to show you, or the things that I'm going to put in here, are things that I would use, that I would travel with. Now, to me, this is strictly a carry-on. I would not check it. I would carry it like either on, well, you know, plane's iffy because there are some things that I probably would not carry in here, you know, depending on if I'm traveling on a plane or in the car. But I'm just going to say a car because most of my travel is going to be carry-on in the car, and there's not going to be too much variance. I mean, obviously, if I'm traveling by plane, I don't check my makeup. I don't check my toiletries at all. As much as I hate traveling with, you know, what do you call it, travel-size toiletries, I will, because I hate checking them. Because you know how it is, the one time you check all your goods, then you get stuck. And then you don't have any way to, you have no way to put on your face, you don't got nothing to put on your armpits, and it can just get ugly, ladies. You feel me, okay? So, so what I did, like I said, I just got some things that I would normally put in here if I am traveling just in the car. Okay, so first, when I travel, I always get chilly, so I usually put like a little, this is my newest thing. It's not actually a hoodie, it's a cowl neck. When I told my husband, he said, what's a cow neck? No, not cow, not moo, like cowl, C-O-W-L. It's the best thing ever, and I was specific because I wanted it to have a kangaroo pocket, which it does. And it's lightweight, but will keep you nice and warm. So I'm just going to fold this up and stick it in here on the bottom, okay? Another thing that I fell in love with that I need because I'm a runner is I have these UFOs. These UFOs, flip-flop, well, they're not flip-flops, sandals. They're really recovery. That's what they're for. So we have hardwood floors. I've been dealing with a foot injury for like 2 years, and so I finally broke down and got me some of these, and they're amazing. So if you're a runner, or even if you just have problems with your feet, OMG, you got to get you some UFOs, okay? They're worth every dime. So I'm going to put those on the bottom, and so everything right now is just flat, all right? So actually I'm going to set this up here. I know you can't see that well. Okay, so just for the sake of like showing you size, I brought my whole Truce family. So I got my Truce 28, and you kind of probably already know generally how big this thing is. I think it's, oh here, you know what? I got my measuring tape, so I'll tell you. I think it's 10 inches wide. Okay, 11 inches wide. So I'm going to go ahead, and let's just pretend that it has like all my toiletries, you know, and some medicines or whatever you need, your combs and all that. So I'm going to stick that in here, and I might need to do a little bit of adjustment now that I'm putting these in here. Okay, I'm going to put my Truce 23, and this one's 9 inches wide, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's just go ahead and see since I got my tape out. Yeah, 9 inches wide. And I like to travel, when I'm in the car, I like to carry this with me, and this is another awesome thing that's changed my life. It's one of the Bose, you know, Bluetooth speakers. I love this thing. This thing puts out, let me tell you something, this thing puts out some bass. I don't know how old you are, but you remember back in the day when they be talking about alpine bumping and all that? Right here, this little thing. And it will fit perfectly in my Truce 23. And so I can just throw the cord in here with it. Okay? I love this thing. Oh, this is the best thing ever. Okay, so then I can put this in here. So far I've got those sandals, Truce 23, Truce 28, the cowl neck. Okay, I have my little Truce 18. Remember the one that you just want to dip in your hot chocolate or your coffee? I got that one. Okay. Because I'm traveling in the car, I'm probably going to want to have my cords for all my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's empty, but you know, I remember I showed you the other day, I use this for earbuds, my iPhone cord, and an auxiliary cord, aka aux cord in here. So I can throw this in here. Okay. Let's see that I want to have, there's a couple of magazines. They're just, well, the general size of a magazine, just a couple of things. So I'm going to stick these over on the side. Because I'm traveling, I am not going to carry my my daily bag. I'm going to probably either carry my Marley clutch PM or my looping MM. And my looping bag is actually not going to fit in here because I have the little hoodie and thing, so I probably would just have to carry this on my arm. But it would fit this little clutch. So I can stick this clutch in here. And then of course, I told you when I travel, I don't use my full-size wallet. I use this little French kiss lock wallet. And I'm going to stick it inside the clutch since I didn't do that. Okay. Let's see, an umbrella, because, you know, just depending on where you're going. Go ahead and throw this thing on the side. Sunglasses case. I can stick this in here. I'm going to go ahead and put in this little wooden back rubber, because let me tell you something. Somebody going to be rubbing my back, okay? And it's small, so this will fit just fine. And another thing, oh, the roomy bag. This is a completely other video that's already posted. If you don't know what the roomy bag is and you carry Vuitton leather, you have to invest in you a roomy bag. R-U-M-E, roomy bag. And like I said, I have another video on my channel all about it. Must have. Because again, you don't know what the weather conditions are going to be. So I'll put this thing in here. Be a little creative on how I'm packing this stuff because it's starting to get a little full. Let's see. Okay. Another thing, my little hat and my little gloves, because, you know, again, you just, depending on where you're going, you might need these things. I just throw my gloves inside the little hat, and it can pretty much just fit anywhere, you know, so I'll just put this thing in here. Okay. Okay, even though all my babies can wipe themselves, if you know what I'm saying, I love wipes. I use them to take my makeup off. I use these things for everything, honestly. And let me tell you, when you're traveling, whether you're traveling in the car or on the plane, somebody gonna need to be wiping something. So these are a great thing to just carry with you. I keep them in the car. But you want to go ahead and pack these things. I can just put this actually here. All right. Now we're getting pretty stuffed. And that same thing with the towel. I just have my little Gold's Gym, you know, it's just like the regular size hand towel. But somebody gonna be spilling something. And you're going to need to be wiping up something. Just throw you one of these in your bag. It's a must-have. As a mom, you know. You already know. Let's put that, be a little creative. Now, I'm probably going to have to fight the zipper, which you know I don't like to do. So this is probably all that I am going to put in my Keepall. All these things. You saw everything I put in here. Okay? And so I can zip it. You know, these Keepalls have a double zipper, so that's nice. I really like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and zip her up both sides. And she's pretty good to go. I mean, this is pretty nice and stuffed right here. I didn't have to fight the zipper, but you know, it is a little snug. But these are, like, realistically, these would be the things that I would travel with in the car. Now, one thing that I could, that would free up some room. Okay, let's take out the hat. All right, I'm not taking out the towel, because like I said, somebody's going to need to be wiping something. So we'll leave that. I'll take the cowl neck out, because you know what, I could always just wear it and just carry it, you know, or leave it in the car or whatever. So if I free up that, all right, I actually have a lot more room now. So what I can do is I can rearrange my items in here. And what will fit now, that maybe wouldn't, that I didn't have in here before, is a laptop. Now this is my daughter's laptop. Hers is fancy. It's thin, and let's see, what is this? I think it's a 14-inch. Let's see. I don't remember now. Oh, it's 13 inches. Okay. I didn't bring mine down here because mine's dinosaur age. That thing's like 18 inches long. Just kidding. but it's old and it's big and chunky. So I just got hers because most of you little hipsters, y'all be with the newest thing. So this will fit in here nicely. Right here in the middle of a couple of truce bags. Maybe, I say nicely. There we go. Oh yeah. And so I just have it, I'll show you. It's just propped up between, right here, two of the truce bags. So I have like the truce 23 on one side, truce 28 on the other side. I got the laptop, you know, in the middle. My daughter does not just, when she carries her laptop around, she doesn't just carry it naked like that. She uses this, you know, one of those little padded, nice things. But, you know, it's thin too. So I just didn't take the time to stick it in here. But this thing, it'd fit in here too. It's fine. You already know. Okay. So yeah, if I just take that, if I take the cow neck out, a little hoodie thing, and it's not chunky. This is not a chunky garment at all. It's just, you know, but it's enough to take up a little bit of, or, excuse me, it's a little much in the back. I'm sorry, I can't get my words straight. Okay, and then I forgot, my little camera, okay? Yes, I'm old school here too. This thing has a tape. That's right, you heard me, a tape. I will upgrade one day, I will. Okay, so back at it again. Actually, I'll put this down here. Okay, so I'm not fighting the zipper. I'm just, I do have to hold it together to get it shut, but I'm not actually fighting the zipper. Okay, so again, see, nice and stuffed, even from the side. And but this is, to me, this is a great car bag. I don't know that I would want to travel with this. Dang it, you can't see me. Here, let me get in the chair. I don't think I would want to travel with this. Ooh, I hope my pants are zipped. Yeah, they are. In the airport, because this would get really heavy. And I was noticing for myself that when I start carrying heavy things for a long time, I start getting elbow pain. I start getting, like, I think it's called tennis elbow or something like that. When I used to be lifting weights, you know, I was pumping all that iron and it wore out my joints. So I personally could not be running through an airport with this. And you know, again, I would take my looping. I mean, this is my vacay bag, and so and it fits over your shoulder. So see, I can still do these things, but oh man, I really can't imagine trying to lug this thing through an airport. But would I travel with it in the car? Oh yeah, for sure. Totally easy access, everything in here. So the only thing I didn't put in here that actually I forgot, and I probably could put it in the side, is I always have me a water bottle. So, but again, if you're on the plane, you're going through airports, well, you can't get your water till you're on the other side anyway. So, whatever. So there you go. Again, Keepall 45. Great. I really do think this is another must-have for your collection. You know, obviously, you know, like you, I'm an LV addict, so my arm doesn't have to be twisted too tightly to get the next thing. But I do try to think realistically about, okay, you know, do I really need this bag? What's the purpose of this bag? And in my opinion, this is a nice bag to have in your collection for travel. Some people use it as a gym bag. There ain't no way that I would ever be taking this thing into a gym. I'm sorry, that's not how I roll. I would be so paranoid and whatever. But to have, like I said, to travel in the car, or, you know, I mean, I could carry it on a plane if I didn't have it so stuffed. But I know me, and I will stuff everything in here, and then my elbows will be screaming at me. So for the car, for sure, we are actually taking a trip coming up soon this spring, and I am on the hunt. You probably saw my post that I'm looking for the Marceau GM. And based on the measurements of that bag, and once I actually get it, I will do a video on it. But for me, I think it's going to be perfect because it is a crossbody, and it's the perfect size. You don't have too much, you know, and I can still, like I said, this is my vacay bag. And although I might be using that clutch, but this is my vacay bag because usually it will fit in whatever, like if I didn't have some of this other stuff in here, my truce and all that, I could actually put this in there and then I would have both things. So anyway, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it was helpful, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Okay, bye now.